where he's suddenly running in. I have been waiting for you, Bjorn. Bjorn, the hero of time. You have overcome many hardships and awakened 6 sages, and now you have a final challenge, a showdown with Ganondorf, the king of evil. Before that, I have things I want to tell only to you. Please listen. Another unknown legend of the Triforce passed down by the Shadow Folk, the Sheikas. If you would seek the sacred triangle, listen well. The resting place of the sacred triangle, the sacred realm, is a mirror that reflects what is in the heart. The heart of one who enters it. If an evil heart, the realm will become full of evil. If pure, the realm will become a paradise. The Triforce, the sacred triangle. It is a balance that weighs the 3 forces: power, wisdom, and courage. If the heart of the one who holds the sacred triangle has all 3 forces in balance, that one will gain the true force to govern all. But if that one's heart is not in balance, the Triforce will separate into 3 parts: power, wisdom, and courage. Only one part will remain for the one who touched the Triforce, the part representing the force that one most believes in. If that one seeks the true force, that one must acquire the 2 lost parts. Those 2 parts will be held within others chosen by destiny, who will bear the Triforce mark on the backs of their hands. "7 years ago, Ganondorf, the King of Thieves, used the door you opened in the Temple of Time and entered the sacred realm. But when he laid his hands on the Triforce, the legend came true. The Triforce separated into 3 parts. Only the Triforce of power remained in Ganondorf's hand. The strength of the Triforce of power enabled him to become a mighty, evil king, but his dark ambitions were not satisfied. To gain complete mastery of the world, Ganondorf started looking for those chosen by destiny to hold the other 2 Triforce parts. The one who holds the Triforce of courage is you, Bjorn! And the other, who holds the Triforce of wisdom, is the 7th sage, who is destined to be the leader of them all. What? It's Princess Zelda! It is I, the Princess of Hyrule, Zelda. Now, it is kind of sad that once, Smash Bros. Happened, and what was it? Super Smash Bros. Melee, where you have one character and you could transform between Zelda and Sheik, which kind of gave away the whole premise of this story. And so any modern player is never going to be surprised by this revelation, which is kind of sad, but I mean, that's life. I mean, if you don't know that Darth Vader is Luke Skywalker's father in Star Wars movies, you've been living under a rock, right? That has been out in the open for decades. I apologize for meeting you in disguise, but it was necessary to hide from the King of Evil. Please forgive me. So now, with this sudden shocking revelation, Link realizes that the 4 girls that he had, potential prospects for to get married to when he grew up have now become these 4. So let's see. Soraya, too young, so never mind. Let's see. Zelda, I guess, is a crossdresser, so never mind. Ruto, that would be interspecies, so never mind. So that only leaves Miss Malon, the farm girl redheaded gal from Lon Lon Ranch. But can't Link, go out of bounds and, who knows, what about Nabooru? Oh yeah, she's the sage. On that day, 7 years ago, I saw you as I was escaping from the castle with my attendant, Impa. I thought I should entrust the ocarina to you. I thought that would be our best chance. Well, you thought wrong. What movie's that on? As long as you had the ocarina in your possession, I thought Ganondorf could never enter the sacred realm, but something I could never expect happened. After you opened the door of time, the Master Sword sealed you away in the sacred realm. Your spirit remained in the sacred realm, and then the Triforce fell into Ganondorf's hands. He went on to invade the sacred realm. Ganondorf had become the evil king, and the sacred realm became a world of evil. All of this is an unfortunate consequence. I passed myself off as a Sheikah and hoped that you would return. I waited for 7 years. And now you are back. The Dark Age ruled by Ganondorf, the evil king, will end. The 6 sages will open the sealed door and lure Ganondorf back into the sacred realm. I will then seal the door to the sacred realm from this world. Thus, Ganondorf, the evil king, will vanish from Hyrule. Bjorn, in order to do this, I need your courage again. Please protect me while I do my part. And here is a weapon that can penetrate the evil king's defenses. The power given to the chosen ones, the sacred arrow of light. The light of justice will smite evil. Maybe we should have met in a more secret location, Princess. That rumbling, it can't be. Cha-pling. Princess Zelda, you foolish traitor! I commend you for avoiding my pursuit for 7 long years. But you let your guard down. I knew you would appear if I let this kid wander around. My only mistake was to slightly underestimate the power of this kid. No, it was not the kid's power I misjudged. It was the power of the Triforce of Courage. But with the Triforce of Wisdom that Zelda has, when I obtain these 2 Triforces, then I will become the true ruler of the world. If you want to rescue Zelda, come to my castle. Didn't he not hear the story of the legend? He needs all 3 pieces, not 2. Ah. So here is what's left of Hyrule Castle. It's become a twisted, dark representation of all that is good and holy and just. And then, as soon as we get all of... I always love this skull right here. It's like so random. It's like, thank you so much for placing one thing in your big empty game. Once you have all of the sages, when you get to this point, it then triggers the cinematic here. Bjorn, can you hear me? It's Raoul, the sage. We 6 will gather our powers to create a bridge to the castle where Ganondorf dwells. The castle's keep, which is known as Ganon's Tower, is protected by 6 evil barriers. Bring down the 6 barriers and save Princess Zelda. Nice touch on this bridge as well. Notice the colors: yellow, green, blue, purple, reddish, and orange are like all your colors of each of the medallions. So, fun fact, in video games, mostly like RPGs, dungeons, bosses, castles, everything is always designed to be some ridiculous maze-like structure. I'm just going to go in sequential order here. Design how someone would actually design a symmetric castle. However, it's very boring and tedious to actually go through. Ceiling. Hey! In mathematics, there's an interesting interesting math problem concerning, like, it's called the spider on the wall in the room, or however it's worded actually. And then it wants to get to a bug that's on like the opposite wall. And so the question kind of comes up, like, what is actually the shortest distance for that spider, oh no, to get to the bug? And it's pretty cool because a lot of people, in fact most non-mathematicians, would be like, okay, like go up to the ceiling over, like in a straight line, right? Because isn't that the case? The shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. Well, depending on how you construct the rectangular room, it's usually the case that the straightest, shortest line is in fact a diagonal through across like walls and floors and ceilings all the way to the bug. We should have just got out while we had the chance, eh? Alright, Bill. Or power by shooting them with a light arrow, which then disrupts the little force field thingamacaullit at the other end. What is nice is it does warp you outside, so you don't have to walk all the way back out of that pathway. Okay, yeah, that's sneaky. And the sad thing is you do not want to fall. Oh, Link. Link! My good lord. The golden gauntlets. You can feel even more power coursing through your arms. Alright, so now with the gold gauntlets, I can pick up those ridiculously huge items. So I'm actually going to go back to the red one now, because you actually do need to have the golden gauntlets to use that as a part platform to beat that section of the castle. We started out to run around because it was too hot. There we go. This time I had 46 seconds because I had fewer health, fewer hearts. Alright, 3 down, 3 to go. Let me guess, Darunia? Ha! Look at that. It did raise me up. I think. Am I on top of it? I was. So nice programming touch. If the player is actually on the spawn point, like, you know, don't... Okay, hold that thought. Is that not the most ridiculously easy key placement, like, of all time? Oh, and unfortunately, notice there is no thing for us to destroy here. Mask of Truth. Dang it, Eye of Truth. Decided to say, are you sure? And then I had inner doubt. These four, and then I'll try to shoot an arrow through the flame up to there, above the door. Right about yonder. One more, and then I think I should probably take a break so I can refill on the fairy bottles, and then go for the not only final boss but also the end credits as well, because that's going to be lengthy. Me and my judicious amounts of breaks, eh? Right, we have 2 minutes to defeat this. Man, that's not fair. Okay. I see it. No, Link, come on. If I push this one into the hole, then I can push this one across the now not hole. Alright, cue the cinematic, baby. I would say, as far as the entire game goes, though, this is kind of the only section that kind of grinds on my patience a little bit, because it's like slow, so tedious, so uninteresting, and yes, like, we can't skip those cinematics no matter what. So thus begins the climb, the great climb. Oh look, these are different. These are Dinolphos. And remember, we always proceed through the steps that go up. But of course, the game is thankfully programmed to always point you in the right direction anyways. So we can... I love the atmosphere though here because there's like a very, very quiet like organ, if you will, playing in the background. And nice touch, the texture on these boss doors is the same texture on all of the doors from here on out, which is awesome. So the higher and higher we go, this organ playing ominous evil music gets louder and louder. So should I activate both iron knuckles or just one at a time? Easy peasy.